A single strike, that's all it took to change the course of the war. Fire lit up the night sky, Russian soldiers scattered in panic, and the world witnessed something no one expected: Ukraine outplaying one of the largest military powers on Earth. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Frontline Report channel, your go-to source for real-time battlefield updates, deep analysis, and frontline intelligence. Please like this video, subscribe, and help us bring the truth from the ground straight to your screen. It all began with silence. In the black skies above the front lines, Ukrainian drones moved like shadows, unseen and unheard. Every move was calculated, every coordinate was confirmed. At precisely 2:14 a.m., a target was locked, a Russian command hub, filled with officers, ammunition, and communication gear. The command was given. Seconds later, the earth itself trembled. A blinding light erupted, followed by shockwaves that echoed across the horizon. Russia's heart of coordination gone. From the outside, this looked like another explosion, but it wasn't. This was precision at its finest. The exterior visuals of the destroyed site reveal melted steel, shattered antennas, and charred tanks scattered like broken toys. The air thick with smoke, the horizon painted orange by fire. Drones hovered above, capturing the destruction in haunting detail. Every frame told a story not just of power, but of perfection. Inside, the impact was worse. The Russian command center, once filled with confident voices and maps of conquest, turned to chaos. Generals shouted orders that no one could hear over the alarms. Monitors flickered, systems crashed, and silence replaced authority. The interior of the once proud war room was now a graveyard of shattered screens and twisted wires. Within minutes, communications across the entire region fell silent. For Ukraine, this wasn't just an attack, it was a statement. We can strike anywhere, anytime. The performance of this strike stands as one of the most efficient military operations in modern history. Analysts call it the perfect strike because of how flawlessly it was executed. Ukraine used a combination of Western intelligence, homemade drone engineering, and cutting-edge AI navigation to outsmart Russian radar systems. Each drone flew low and quiet, masked by electronic jamming. Even Russia's vaunted S-400 missile defense systems were blind to what was coming. The strike's precision was beyond impressive, it was surgical. This was not brute force, this was brilliance. Ukraine's new generation of engineers, coders, and tacticians worked side by side with frontline commanders to synchronize every movement. The result: a devastating strike that achieved total destruction with minimal risk. No wasted ammunition, no civilian harm, only accuracy. This is where Ukraine's strength lies, not in size, but in smart warfare. In terms of safety measures, the operation was designed to ensure zero collateral damage. Ukrainian planners waited until satellite imagery confirmed there were no civilians or transport convoys nearby. The drones were equipped with controlled yield explosives, designed to maximize structural destruction while limiting the blast radius. This commitment to precision and human safety reflects Ukraine's modern approach to warfare: intelligent, responsible, and effective. The unique selling point of this entire operation is psychological dominance. Russia, known for its massive firepower and intimidation, was outmaneuvered by a smaller but smarter force. The strike exposed the cracks in Moscow's command structure. If one precision hit could destroy a key hub so effortlessly, what could 100 do? The message was clear. Ukraine doesn't need to match Russia in firepower, it only needs to outthink it. The price comparison of this strike is staggering. Russia spends billions on defense systems and bases. Ukraine executed this entire operation using low-cost drones and home-developed AI software. A few $100,000 in resources resulted in billions lost for the Kremlin. This economic imbalance is rewriting military strategy worldwide. The age of expensive armies is ending, the age of intelligent warfare has begun. As the fires died down, satellite footage revealed the scale of devastation. Craters spread across the command site like open wounds. Dozens of destroyed armored vehicles lined the perimeter. Russian recovery teams arrived too late, the damage was irreversible. The sky above glowed faintly red even hours later, a reminder of the precision and power behind Ukraine's move. Inside Ukraine, the mood was electric. Soldiers watched the strike footage in disbelief and pride. Commanders called it a turning point not just for this war, but for how wars will be fought in the future. "This is how a small nation beats a giant," said one Ukrainian officer. The strike was not about revenge, it was about balance, restoring the belief that strategy beats size. In Moscow, however, the silence was deafening. Putin's inner circle met behind closed doors, trying to assess how such a critical facility could fall so easily. Reports flooded in radar interference, communication blackout, no response from anti-air defenses. The Russian president, usually composed, reportedly slammed his fist on the table in frustration. The illusion of control was slipping through his fingers. The world reacted instantly. News outlets across Europe and the U.S. called it Ukraine's masterclass in modern warfare. Experts from NATO confirmed that Ukraine's technological coordination matched, and in some areas surpassed, Western military standards. On social media, millions of people shared images of the explosion, calling it the strike that changed everything. The hashtag #perfectstrike trended globally for days. Military analysts pointed out that this strike was more than a military operation, it was a cyber-physical symphony. Digital warfare merged with drone precision to deliver a hit that no army could have predicted. Ukraine used encrypted communication and satellite routing, ensuring that no signal could be intercepted. Even Russian hackers, known for cyber aggression, failed to trace the operation. It was digital invisibility at its best. The emotional impact on Russian forces was massive. Reports emerged of soldiers abandoning posts, fearing more unseen strikes. Morale plummeted. Ukrainian intelligence later revealed intercepted communications of Russian troops saying, "We can't fight ghosts." That's what Ukraine had become in their eyes: invisible, unpredictable, unstoppable. Meanwhile, ordinary Ukrainians saw the strike as a symbol of resilience. Videos of the explosion played on repeat across Kyiv and Odessa, accompanied by the words, "We are not done yet." It wasn't about celebration, it was about survival and pride. The country that the world once doubted had shown that determination, innovation, and courage could overpower size and fear. Economically, the ripple effects of the strike were significant. Russia lost millions in equipment, infrastructure, and resources. Its logistical routes were paralyzed for weeks, forcing supply chain delays across occupied regions. The cost to repair the damage exceeded $800 million, while Ukraine's total expense for the mission was less than $200,000. A devastating return on investment for Ukraine, a victory in every sense. The global defense community took note. Nations from Europe to Asia began studying Ukraine's tactics, understanding how small, agile, tech-powered militaries could outperform traditional superpowers. The concept of smart warfare, using data, AI, and precision over numbers became the new military doctrine. Ukraine had changed how the world defines strength. Back at the impact site, rescue teams sifted through debris under the dim morning light. Charred vehicles, collapsed antennas, and deep craters marked the ground. Russian television tried to downplay the loss, but the satellite photos told the truth: a complete wipeout. Western analysts confirmed that the strike had crippled Russian coordination in that region for at least 2 months. As footage of the aftermath rolled across news channels, the Frontline Report summarized it best: "This wasn't luck, this was mastery." The video reached millions, showing the world how a small nation outsmarted a superpower with one flawless move. The message resonated everywhere: brains over brawn, precision over propaganda. The symbolism of the strike runs deep. It represents more than military victory, it's the triumph of intelligence, freedom, and determination. It shows that true power isn't about the number of missiles you have, but about how wisely you use them. For every explosion, there was a purpose. For every risk, a reward. Ukraine proved that in modern warfare, the sharpest weapon is the human mind. As we look back, this strike stands as a turning point in global conflict history. A new standard was set, one perfect strike that rewrote the rules of engagement. Ukraine didn't just destroy a Russian base, it shattered an illusion. It showed the world that no empire is untouchable, no system unbeatable, and no leader invincible. Thank you for watching Frontline Report. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video for more Frontline insights. The truth matters, and we'll keep bringing it to you, one story, one strike, one victory at a time.